Nicola Sturgeon suffered a brutal backlash after she announced the end of her weekday coronavirus briefings, with social media users rushing to tell the SNP leader to not rush back. Nicola Sturgeon was ridiculed online after she announced the end of her weekday coronavirus briefings today. SNP supporters said that their day was not the same without her briefing, with some noting that they planned their days around the lunchtime addresses. However, others criticized the SNP leader, urging her not to rush back to the podium, while some urged her to get back to governing instead of lecturing. The SNP leader explained that change is temporary in order to give the officials who help put the events together a break. Earlier today, Ms. Sturgeon said, "For the next 2 weeks, we are going to be moving to 3 briefings a week on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. The reason for that is when you watch these briefings, you see those of us who stand at podiums, but these briefings involve a lot of work on the part of people behind the camera. This allows us to give people a bit of a break over the next 2 weekends in the summer period." She added, "We will return to 5-day-a-week briefings at the start of August as we go into that period running up to the return of schools, where I'm sure there will be a lot of questions, not just from the journalists but from parents, and young people in particular will want to hear regular updates about our progress there." She also tweeted, "A reminder that there's no televised Scottish Government COVID briefing today or Mon. We'll be back Tuesday at 12:15 p.m. For next 2 weeks briefings will be Tuesday, Wed, Thursday. We'll be back to 5 days a week at start of August in run up to schools going back." The Scottish First Minister urged people to stick to the rule to keep the virus under control and provided a source for daily COVID-19 statistics information. In her press conferences this week, Ms. Sturgeon admitted she was nervous about lockdown relaxations coming into force in Scotland, describing them as, by some margin, the highest risk changes so far. She said also announced that there had been just 1 coronavirus death in the last week. Social media immediately reacted to the news, with one user wondering if Ms. Sturgeon will cope being unable to preach to the nation.